go ahead and bend our knees, feet flat on the mat. Closing your eyes if you want to, and just settling into this position, feeling a connection between your body and the mat. And just starting some nice, normal breathing. Asking yourself where you feel the breath coming from, whether that's more of the rib cage or more from the stomach. Notice and pay attention how your back is on the mat, where it's in contact with the mat, where there are some gaps. Notice if your feet are pressing down hard or if they're light. Where on the back of your head is in contact with the mat. On this next breath, we're going to start to deepen our breath a little bit, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, making the exhale nice and forceful, almost like you're blowing out birthday candles. Hearing an audible exhale. And on the next exhale, starting to connect our breath with our core. So as you exhale, engaging our core just a little bit, thinking about a connection forming between our ribs and our hips. Everything just pulling down and in. On this next one, hold that connection in your center and continue normal breathing. Appreciating that we can engage our core and breathe normally at the same time. We're going to start some little pelvic tilts here. So, taking a moment to just lift with our tailbone, feeling our low back come in contact fully with the mat, and pulling, drawing in those lower abdominals, and then relax and release back to neutral. If you want to, hand can come to the lower abs. Exhale, draw that tailbone up. Keep your feet light on your mat. Everything else stays down. And release. Let's do a few more rocking here. Exhale, lift, squeeze, and pull. Even if it's a small movement, sometimes that's the most effective. Noticing the difference between our natural spine and what happens as we start to curl up. Good. From here, hold with a tiny bit of a pelvic tilt, so tailbone lifts just a centimeter off of the mat. Feel your lower abs engage. We're just going to slide one leg long along your mat, inhaling, and exhale, draw it back up. Switching sides, lengthen that leg long, keep this connection, and raise it back up. Last one on each side. On this last one, hold that single leg nice and long, engage through your lower abdominals, and we're going to start to lift that straight leg up to about the height of the other leg, right about to here, and then slowly release. Making sure that it's not as much a lift with the hip flexor, and also the lower abs are joining the party. Keep your opposite foot nice and light on your mat. One more like that. Exhale, lift. Good. Slide that leg back to bent. Other leg slides out straight, engaging the core. It's almost like you have this long tension that's starting from your belly button. Exhale, scoop your abs in and lift that leg and slowly lower. Think about your leg, your thigh relaxing a little bit. Good. Inhaling as you raise up and exhaling as you lower. Last one. Perfect. Hug both knees into your chest. Drawing some circles clockwise and counterclockwise. Taking both feet to your mat, we're going to start to just sway those knees side to side. Getting some nice rotation in through your low back. Awesome. From here, we're going to do a little preparation for our abs here. So as you inhale, you're going to fill up those lungs. And as you exhale, all I want you to think about is reaching your hands super long. So draw your hands long past your hips. Your head, neck, and shoulders naturally just lift. And keep reaching as if you're trying to touch your heels. And then slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Again, exhale, reach your hands as long as you can, keeping your neck nice and long. See if you can get 1 inch further and slowly relax. Last one here. Exhale, reach. And lower. Good. Awesome. Let's go ahead and start with our hundreds. So, a couple of options. Your feet can stay on the mat. You can raise them up to tabletop here or extend the legs to about 45 degrees. Arms, head, neck, and shoulders are going to be lifted and lengthened. You can switch between the positions if you want to, so starting off in one and switching to another. Let's take a nice inhale through the nose to prepare, and as you exhale, reaching arms, head, neck, and shoulders long, legs to the position of choice, and starting to pump those arms nice and strong. We're inhaling 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Continue this nice deep breathing. See if you can lift your chest up 1 inch higher. See if you can reach your fingertips 1 inch longer. Pulling that belly button in. Good, we're here for a few more breaths. And last one. Relax all the way down. Good. Feet come flat onto your mat. From here, we're going to start a few bridges. So inhale through the nose. As you exhale, starting with the tailbone, curling each vertebrae off at a time until you're in a straight line from your shoulder blades to your knees. No pressure or tension in the neck. Maybe looking from right to left just to make sure everything up there is nice and loose. Head back to the center. Hold here at the top. Engage your core. We're going to start with small little pulses up towards the ceiling, higher and faster for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll down, peeling off and on. On this next set, we're going to roll back up towards the top. This time, we're going to start some marching bridges. So, keeping the hips nice and level, maybe hands on top of the hips. We're going to lift one foot up, and then the other. Trying our best to keep as still as possible. You don't have to march your foot up very high. Last 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center, slowly roll down. Good, we're gonna do one more challenge here with our bridges. Exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, extend one leg nice and long and straight. And we're gonna slide it a few inches to the outside, and then back to the center and down. Other foot extends long and straight. Exhale, slide it directly to the side, right on a horizontal line. Back to the center, and switch. One more on each side. Lengthen long. Pretend like someone's pulling you away from the center of the body. Let it slide out, in and down. Last one. Perfect. In and down. Hug your knees into your chest. Making some circles. Awesome. From here, we're going to hop right back into our ab series here. So, hugging the right knee stays into your chest. Left leg lengthens out long. From here, lift back up, head, neck, and shoulders. Good. And then exhale, switch. Inhale for 2, and exhale for 2. Keeping your neck nice and long, chin away from your chest. See if you can reach your chest up 1 inch higher. On this next one, we're going to hold in a hollow body position. This one is tough. Inhale, arms reach overhead, legs reach long. Exhale, hug into a nice little ball. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, close. Last one. Straight leg stretch, grabbing up as high as you can, and switch. Maybe a nice little hamstring stretch at the top. Inhale for 2, and exhale for 2. On this next one, giving our head and neck a little bit of a break. Hands come behind the head, legs still reaching up towards the ceiling. If you can, squeeze heels together, toes apart. Slowly lower down, and then raise back up. Only lowering as far as you can while keeping that neutral spine. Last one. At the top, take your feet about hip distance apart, reaching towards opposite outside ankle. Finishing strong here. Exhale, reach, feet stay frozen. And ending with our bicycle kick, so nice and slow control, focusing on rotating the upper body. Last 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Relax everything down. Hug those knees into your chest again. Let's take a nice hamstring stretch. An active one, a technique called contract relax. So let's take both hands behind one leg, right underneath that knee here. Pull in enough so that it feels like as you start to straighten your leg that you can't get all the way straight. You're pushing the back of your knee against your hands and straightening as much as you can, and then relax back down. Exhale, push and pull. Noticing maybe you're able to get a little bit more straight. This Each time you do it, exhale, straighten, hold, 2, 3, and relax. Good. Same thing on the other side. Grabbing right behind the knee, pulling in enough so that you have some tension here. Exhale, push, straighten, press, squeezing the quads, and relax. Exhale, push to straight, hold, and relax. Last one. And relax. Awesome job. From here, let's roll over onto a side. Doesn't matter which side. Setting ourselves up for our sideline position. So, main thing to remember, hips stay stacked. Top hand preferably somewhere other than the mat in front of you. And then the whole time reaching that top leg at the height of the top hip. From here, we're going to kick to the front for 2. Exhale to the back for 2. Inhale, kick. Exhale, behind. Trying your best not to move from the upper body. Engaging the core. On this next one, bend and extend that leg, reach it long and straight towards the back. Bend, extend, and reach. On this next one, reverse direction, straight to the front, bend and extend to the back. On this next one, hold it lifted, lengthen it long. Exhale, we're going to meet the bottom leg to the top leg, squeezing and holding for 3, 2, 1, and release. Exhale, lift and squeeze. 2, 3, and lower. Last one, hold. 2, 3. Hold it here. We're going to do straight leg running. So flutter kicking both legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the bottom leg down. The top leg is going to do hot potato, which is just hopping to the front and hopping to the back. Forward and back. Each time coming back to the height of the hip. Last 2 and 1. Take that front leg, cross it over. You can hold it right here. Focusing now on that bottom leg. Exhale, lift up as high as you can. And slowly release. Exhale, lift, squeeze at the top, and lower. Trying to get up 1 inch higher than you think you can. And release. On this next one, hold lifted, little circles. Circles are about the size of a tennis ball or baseball. And reverse directions. From here, squeeze at the top, hold, breathe, lift 1 inch higher for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Relax that bottom leg. Top leg is going to come back up and over. We're going to end with a high clamshell here. So you're going to bend both knees. You're going to lift both feet. Hips stay stacked. Exhale, lift the top knee only, and then back in. Good. Exhale, lift, and lower. Making sure that as you lift the knee, the hips don't rock backwards. On this next one, top knee opens and top leg extends, kicking straight and long, in and down, open, kick, in and down. Last one. Perfect. Relax everything. We're going to swivel it on over to the other side. Setting it up the exact same way. Don't worry, we'll stretch it all out at the end. So starting off with hip stacked, belly button pulled in, top hand maybe on top hip, and top leg lifted at the height of the hip. From here, inhale, kick to the front for 2, exhale to the back for 2. If you see your shoulder moving a lot, or if you see your ribs kind of splaying open, engage your core a little bit more and try to stay nice and frozen through your upper body. On this next one, we're going to bend and extend, bicycle kick. Every time it straightens out, think about it reaching as long as you can towards your wall or whatever is near you. And on this next one, reverse directions, straight to the front, bend and extend to the back. Perfect. On this last one, hold, lifted, bottom leg extend straight, exhale, meet it at the top, hold, 2, 3, and lower bottom leg only. Exhale, lift, hold, 2, 3, and lower. Good, hold, squeeze. On this last one, hold, lifted, little flutter kicks here. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the bottom leg relax. Top leg, hot potato to the front. Hop it to the back. Each time, back up to the top. Last one. Good. And relax that top leg up and over. Focusing now on that bottom leg. Exhale, lift. Up as high as you can, squeezing at the top and slowly lower down. Exhale, lift. And lower. Trying to get up as high as you can. On this last one, hold lifted, drawing little circles. Doesn't have to be the most coordinated circle, just keeping that leg moving. Reverse directions. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold up as high as you can. Just squeeze and hold. Lift 1 inch higher. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Top leg comes back up and over. Bending the knees in and lifting both feet up. Perfect. From here, high clamshell. Exhale, lift the top knee only and back down. Exhale, lift. On this next one, we're going to start to extend the top leg. So knee comes up, kick that leg out straight, in and down. Perfect. Open, kick, in and down. Last one. In and down. Lower the feet, roll over onto your back. We are going to stretch out both sides in figure 4, so ankle crossing over knee, grabbing up underneath. You can either rock from side to side. You can even cross your knees more, grabbing at the ankles, whatever feels best for you, playing around with this stretch, hitting all those sweet spots that we just worked. As you're doing this, taking some nice deep breaths. When you are ready, switching sides, crossing the other ankle over the knee, taking some movement into this stretch to get muscle fibers that are oriented along the whole plane of our glutes, not just in one direction. As you exhale, getting a little bit deeper into that stretch, pulling a little bit harder. Awesome. One last breath here, one last big stretch. Good. From here, start to lengthen your arms and legs out long. And rolling over onto our bellies. Still lengthening our arms and legs long. Relax your forehead down onto your mat. From here, we're going to start to lift and lengthen opposite arm and opposite leg. Thinking more about that length than the lift. You're really just reaching so long that it starts to hover. Your head comes with you. And switching sides. So reach long and then lift. On this next one, starting to speed it up a little bit. Slow swimmies. Lift and lift. On this next one, lifting both arms up, both legs up, flutter kicking arms and legs, reaching long, pulling in with the belly button. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Turn your cheek to one side. Both hands are going to come back behind your back. From here, we're going to pulse heels in towards your butt for 2 counts. And then inhale, reach long, clasping your hands back behind you, lift the chest. Turn your head so that the other cheek touches down. In for 2. Exhale, reach and lengthen. One more on each side. Inhale, pulse. Exhale, reach. And last one. Good. From here, press it right back into child's pose. Knees can come wide. Settling into this nice position. Taking some deep breaths. From here, we're going to do a little work on some rotation through the shoulder. So you're going to take one hand, you're going to slide it long up overhead. From here, flip your palm so that it's facing upwards. Good. And then from here, we're going to start to try to hover that hand with palm flipped up. Just a little lift. Palm goes back down, and then relax your shoulder down away from your ear. So again, opposite arm now reaches long. Flip your palm upward. Lift your whole hand off of the mat. down, palm down, and slide back. One more on each side. Reach, flip, lift, down, flip it back, and slide down. Last one, reach, flip, lift, down, flip it back, and slide down. Good. One more exercise in this position. Thumbs are going to be pointing upward. Widen your hands to about the width of your mat. Send your shoulders down away from your ears, shoulder blades connecting down and back. From here, working the low traps as we just hover one arm up off of the mat and back down. Switching sides, it's okay if you can't lift very high. Good, keep switching, making sure you're not feeling it in your upper traps near your neck, but more feeling it towards your mid-back. Last one on each side. Good. From here, hands come right underneath the shoulders. Let's press up into hands and knees. Taking a few cat-cows, letting the chest lower down, looking up. And round your back, looking towards your belly button. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. From here, tuck your toes under. We're going to press back into down dog, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Start to just pedal out your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Getting a nice stretch in the back of the leg. From here, holding here in down dog. Take your right leg, we're going to swing it up towards the ceiling, up as high as you can, lifting it. We're going to do little pulses here. That leg just reaching up higher. Last 3, 2, 1. Take it down, left leg pulsing up towards the ceiling. Good, 3, 2, 1. Both feet back down. Last thing here in this position, we're going to take a bend in both elbows, top of the head, tapping right in between the hands. So, exhale, lower and bend. Inhale, up. Think about a straight, long line going right in between your hands. Last one here. Perfect. Slowly lower the knees. Coming back into child's pose. Rolling your wrists out if you need to. From here, we're going to go into a elbow plank. Option to come onto your hands as well. Setting it up so that your forearms are parallel. And starting with a hold here. So nice long line all the way from your heels through the top of your head. Take your attention to your head and see if it's drooping down or if it's sticking up. Think about pressing the back of your neck up towards the ceiling. Head stays nice and neutral. Breathing here. Broaden your upper back by pressing your elbows down nice and hard. And then take a breather, take a break if you need to. Our second set, we're going to come into a side plank here. So elbow right underneath the shoulder. Legs long. You can either do this on your feet or your knees. Feet can either be stacked or one in front of the other. Shoulder is away from the ear, creating space between the shoulder and the neck. Exhale, lift up. Hold a nice straight line. Maybe arm comes up towards the ceiling. Good. From here, we're going to slide the top hand down the body, lowering the hips. Exhale, lift up and long. Just two more like that. Slide down and up. Last one. Good. Either switch to the other side or take a break in the middle and set yourself up on the other side. Nice long line. And then hand comes up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, slide hand down. Inhale, reach up and long. Two more. Exhale, slide. And reach. Last one here. Good. Back to the middle. Lower your knees and rest. Awesome. From here, we're going to come into a little bit of stretching for the lower body, taking the right leg nice and long. And we're going to fold forward, hands framing the leg. From here, pulsing those toes back towards you. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take it to the other side. Hands framing the leg. Exhale, pulse it back. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back to your knees. Let's go ahead and take a seat facing the front. Crossing one leg a little bit over the other knee, pulling in. Sitting up nice and tall. And then from here, taking a twist to the opposite side. So straighten that opposite arm, sit up tall, and look back behind you. Perfect. Before we switch to the other side, we're going to try to cross our shins together, right? One on top of the other. Sit up nice and tall, maybe folding forward. Good. Uncross those legs and recross with the other leg up top, taking it to the other side, hugging into your chest. Sitting up as tall as you can and twisting to the opposite side. Pretend like you're wringing out a towel, lengthening as you twist. From here, stacking the lower leg. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe folding forward. Good. Uncross and recross your legs, whichever one feels most comfortable. Taking hand or elbow down to the mat. Reaching opposite arm up nice and long. Circling this top arm. Reaching up and over. From here, walk your hands from one side to the knee, to the front, to the other knee, and to the other side, either hand or elbow, reaching that top arm long. Taking some nice deep breaths, anchoring the hips down. Big circle through the top arm. One last big stretch up and over. Both hands find the ground and walking your hands slowly. Chest coming over one knee and then the middle and then the other side. And taking a nice seat up towards the top. Sitting up as tall as you can, rolling the shoulders back for 2 and forward for 2. Inhale, shoulders up to your ears. Tighten everything up. Squeeze your eyes, your hands, your toes, every muscle that you can. Exhale, release it out. Shake it down. One more like that. Inhale, everything up and in. Squeeze as much as you can, all that tension, pressure, and release it. Shake it out. Good. Carrying that looseness throughout our day and having more mobility for the rest of this day. Thank you.